Good morning, everybody. In my last video, I was asking about finding another chassis to build, and I got pretty lucky and found one that Matt Sixbury was giving away. So I'd like to thank him and Sideways Fab for giving me a free chassis to build. That's where I was the last couple days. I went up to Colorado and picked it up from him. It was about a 250-mile drive. I got it back. So now I'm just out here working on my drift car, and I got the front subframe out, and I was just kind of going to show you guys what my power steering setup is. Here's the front subframe. Being I have a small block Chevy engine swap, the oil pan rear sump is about this close to that bolt. So what I did is, instead of being the old style hard line like that, converted it over to a banjo bolt, and it's also got a rubber O-ring inside of that sealing washer. That's the only way you can make it seal up properly. And then it goes to a -6 AN line, and instead of going straight in like the other hard line did, it loops around, clear the oil filter, because the oil filter sits about right here. Gives it some more room. Then it's also got another sealing washer on that. It's pretty hard to find hard lines for these power steering racks unless you can find a whole rack somewhere. But the setup I have is pretty much all custom on that line. I had to make it myself. But I've also got a AN line hookup over here. It's just an adapter. And then in the other hole, I'm just using the factory return line. With high pressure sides, all AN fittings all the way from the pump. I don't know if you can see very well or not. You can see down in there, got another AN line coming out of the back side of my power steering pump. But also with an adapter going from the factory pump to the -6 AN line. Then the return lines go up to the front to an oil cooler. And that's where my high pressure line comes out from under the pump. It has all that reflective tubing. Loops up around. You can see how bad the rust is on this chassis. It's pretty horrible. It's also been fixed down in here. Not by me, of course. Looks like it's been glued together with boogers. But I guess I'll be getting rid of this chassis when I get the roll cage put in the other one. But that's the high pressure line. Runs up and over the front subframe, comes down and connects to that fitting right there. But you can see basically where that rub spot is. That's where the factory hard line would be rubbing up against the oil pan. And now that I'm relocating the steering rack, basically what's going to happen is I'm going to cut it about right here and about right there, and take out 1 inch, move this whole rack ahead, which will also give me more clearance on the back side here for that bolt. Now, since I showed you that, I'm going to walk over to my other shop and show you what I got going on with the steering knuckles. Alright, so here's the steering knuckles. Been giving me all kinds of trouble. These are the lower control arms. These are the brake caliper brackets. Basically what happened is I ended up snapping off these bolts. So then the brake calipers are basically stuck to the steering knuckles. You see it's still stuck in there pretty good. The engineers at Nissan must have had that down to pretty tight tolerance. Stick a bolt in there like that. So I don't know, I think I'm going to hone it out a little bit, give it a little bit more clearance so I don't have this problem again. But I got one brake rotor off, and now I got to get this one off. Ended up stripping out these bolts, pulled the caliper off. You can see the threads are pretty much gone. I just didn't have a deep enough bolt. Right now I got one that's got threads all the way, so I'm gonna try it again, see if I can pop that off there. If not, I'll probably have to find somebody who's got a press. But I had to take my grinder and basically cut all these bolts off away from there. You can see how that's been ground on. You can see right there, that bolt's been chopped off. Should look like that. But the bolt, the nut just got spinning, wouldn't come off the bolt, so I had to take out the grinder, chop it off. Guess it worked. But so now I'm just working on cleaning these up. Still gotta figure out how to get all these bolts out of here. Kinda didn't drill real square on this one. Anyway, I'll see if I get that rotor off there. I guess here's the moment of truth. Well, so far it looks like she's chooching. And I think we just stripped it. Yep, she's done for. Oh, we might have her. Putting up a pretty good fight. I think we're gonna get her. All done. Well, unfortunately you didn't get to watch me bust my knuckles open on that piece of crap, but on the other hand, I don't have to buy new hubs. So it looks like I'm going to be driving on 4-lug hubs this summer, probably. Now I just got to decide whether I want to buy new rotors or just slap that on the rear of the car and put it in drive on a lift and just take a grinder to it, see if I can clean it up. Save my money for some 5-lug hubs later on. But gotta order some new lower control arms. I think I'm just gonna take a chunk out of these, right about there somewhere, about 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches, and cut up a new pair of them with some new ball joints in them. And I gotta get new brake caliper brackets because these are trash. I'm also going to shorten up the steering knuckles, take out about 1 inch right here, and probably change the Ackerman angle on it. And as far as I can tell, to get a 0 Ackerman angle in parallel to the hub, I need to make this, where the tie rod bolts to, I need to make it parallel or perpendicular to the hub. At a 90-degree angle, as far as I can tell, that's what I need to do. If you guys have any ideas on what Ackerman angle I should run on this, I guess if I don't run any Ackerman angle, it'll probably want to scrub in the turns, but that's fine because it's a drift car. I'm pretty much wanting to get a 0 Ackerman angle out of it. Now I'm going to see if I can get that hubcap off there. Doesn't look too bad for being 30 years old. Just got both the hubcaps off. But now I need a 30mm socket at 4 in the morning. So if you guys know where you can get a 30mm socket at 4 in the morning, let me know. Otherwise, I guess I'm pretty much done for the day. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.